G'day guys, Terry here. Welcome back to another episode with Handcrafted by Terry G. G'day guys, Terry here. Welcome if you're new, and if you're a regular, great to have you back again. Hey, on today's episode, we're here in Bundaberg. That's right guys, we've come up for the weekend to see Phil, and we've called in to the muiltyplex Bundaberg Regional Building. And this weekend guys, they've got the Bundaberg Model Railway Show. So we'll go in, right, and we'll have a look around and show you all these fantastic model trains and stalls and all like that, and go and have some fun. So here we go, let's go do it, hey? Rightio, so here's the billboard here. So 2025 Bundaberg Model Railway and Hobby Expo. 15th and 16th of March 2025 here at the Bundaberg Muiltyplex Sports Centre. So yeah, $15 an adult. Children from 6 to 16 is $6 and pensioners is $12. Any children under the age of 6 is free of charge. So here we go, we'll walk in, we'll go and have a look around, hey? Good old Bundaberg Regional Council building, fantastic. Rightio guys, we're entering the building here. We'll go and have a look at some trains, shall we? Here they come. Here's the Pacific National. Here we are at the balloon stand. And they've done all Queensland Railway stuff in theirs. So we'll zoom in a little bit closer and you can have a look. All the beautiful buildings that they've created with their dioramas and the trees. Incredible. So here we are at the High Country, the Banff National Park. And slack it if you're watching. They're in Canada. Got a couple of locomotives. This is N scale. Another little steam engine coming. Some people riding the horses. coming across the bridge. Here we go here, guys. Check this one out. We have the P2 2007. Yeah, beautiful looking train with the line of carriages on it. And that one there, guys, actually is a steam generated train. Here's the Prince of Wales going past with the Pullman carriages. I love how the carriages are illuminated. I reckon that really gives it a really awesome effect. And the 2007, unfortunately you can't get these anymore. They've stopped making them. And the only way you could obtain these ones if you buy one second hand. So I'll have to keep my eyes open for it and see what I can find. But here goes Slacken. Here's the Canadian Pacific coming past in the DCC. The guy just blew the horn for us. And there we have the steam coming out of the P2, out of the stack. It's incredible how much smoke actually, well, steam vapours are actually coming out of the stack. You can adjust the CV settings so you can add more or less or whatever. Here we are at the Glynvale Pavilion, and yeah, they're running, is it HO-E? HO, yeah, HO scale. They've got a couple of DC locomotives running. Queensland Rail are coming through. So here we are, guys, we're at the Action Model Train Club, and just have a look at their layout that they've got there at their clubhouse. Yeah, and these guys are based in Brisbane, in Wood Hill. Look at that, for a beauty. Yeah. Some very talented people. So we're here at the Miniature Train Club on the Gold Coast. They've come all the way from down south. And have a look at their dioramas, guys. Absolutely mind-blowing. He's got the station there. He's got the train coming in. It's got a little depot yard right at the back corner over here with some trucks and stuff. Here's the Indian Pacific. Guys, if you're not sure what the Indian Pacific is, it's the most famous train that runs from Sydney across to Perth. Fantastic. We're at the Stanton Vale Pavilion. He's got his station there. And the details is absolutely incredible. The old Chevy little cars and the old buses. He's got his train house. And here's one on the turntable. So if you're not sure what a turntable does, the actual train hops onto it and you can actually turn it to each different track. Yeah, absolutely incredible. Rightio guys, we're here with Marion from the Ipswich Model Railway Club, and she's going to demonstrate this morning for us how to make trees. So thank you for having us this morning and teaching us all these wonderful things.
That's right, you're welcome.
Yeah, so what's the first stages, Marion?
Well, the first stage for me was these are trees.
Right.
The first thing is buying the stuff.
Right.
That stuff we use, this is florist wire. We get this stuff from Officeworks.
Yep.
The thinner the better. Mm-hmm. So that's the stuff we use.
Right.
So I've got a special rig here.
Yep.
But you can just use a bit of plywood. I use the hobby boards, something that's a bit solid to the size you want. These trees are N-scale trees, so they're smaller.
Okay.
If you're in a HO, it's a HO one.
Yep.
So what I do...
So with HO, you just make it a little bit more longer,
bit bigger.
would you?
Yeah.
Right.
This is about the tallest of the trees that you'd make. This is from this rig.
Oh, okay.
That's about the tallest you'd make for N-scale.
How great do they look, guys? Yeah.
About 5 finger height.
Yeah. So that's about the highest you'd make for N-scale.
Sure.
HO, there would be just an average tree.
Yep.
You could go higher but it depends what you're doing.
Right.
So these are just normal trees, not pine trees. I don't know how to do pine trees, I've got to admit that.
Yep.
So I get this florist wire. Sorry, my light's dying. I'll get that because it's going to affect your camera. So I get this florist wire.
Right.
And I then just go around my nails.
Yep.
So I do about 15 wraps, but mine aren't gospel.
Mm-hmm.
So I wrap around until I get to the desired length, thickness I want. Mm-hmm. Now this is just to start off with. If you want more branches, you can add branches in, more branches
later. Are you doing the tree trunk or
I'm
the
doing
branches?
This is the everything.
Everything. So the trunk, the branches, and the actual base of the roots as well.
Yeah.
And that's how you did this one.
That's how I did that one. So once I get I don't know how many I've done there because I've been talking. So once you get that, you just nip that off.
Sure.
And that stuff there, for N-scale, I get about 10 trees out of that.
Right.
So
and where would you pick that up from? Like Spotlight and stuff
online,
like that? Online as well? Right.
Online you could get in a bigger bulk.
Right.
But Spotlight, they're about $7, $8 a packet.
Okay.
So and it's readily available for Spotlight.
Yeah.
You get it from the where the flowers and that are.
Oh, okay, yes.
So I pull that off the rig,
Right.
put that away because it's sharp.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so you got that bundle there. There you go. Got that bundle there. Now I use the pliers and
Side cutters and
side
stuff.
cutters.
Yep.
So you start down the bottom. If you don't want roots, you'd start right down the bottom and then you just trim a few of them off.
Yep.
And you can make it a spike to go through your layout.
Right.
But if you want roots, start a little bit further up.
Yep.
And just give it a quick twist there to make your root ball.
Mm-hmm.
Turn it over and then you start twisting the trunk up.
Wow.
And so it depends on how big you want your trunk.
Yep. So the more wire, the more thick it'll be. The less wire, you can have like just little pencil pines and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I get to that stage. Now I then get the other nippers, and then I start. You got these little loops at the top.
Right.
From the ends there. You just nip them then, cut them to separate them all up.
Yep.
So if you do like 15 twists, you're going to get 30 bits by the end.
Right.
So, for example, but as I said, it just depends on how much you want thickness. Mm-hmm. If you don't want a thin trunk, you do less wraps, and then you just add branches when you're doing this final twisting, and more wire to it. But I do mine pretty well thick.
Yes.
So you've got one more. You've dipped them all off, so you've got like a fan effect, like on that one there.
Like that one, yeah. How cool do they look?
So what we do This is when you start doing your trunks. Now you can separate them all out. Depends on how many main branches you want. So we might do 2 on this one. So you start twisting again.
Now, is it better to keep them really, really tight when you're twisting it, or loosely, or?
I always, because I cover mine with a silicone, it wouldn't really matter.
Right.
But if you don't want to cover with silicone, you want to do a paint, you do a twist. Otherwise, you want it gnarly, you do it loose.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So then you just keep then pulling branches, separating it. And so you do more branches.
Right.
And, you just keep going like that. And so if you want a bit more branches there, you just add into that part of the twist.
Yep. So then you can add more wire onto it to branch it out to whatever scale you like it to.
Yeah. And so you just keep twisting. So once you get to a how you want it, it will start looking like a tree. But and there's no correct way or wrong way. A tree's a tree.
Yep.
You know, most of my trees in my backyard are dead.
That makes both of us.
So now you can use if you have trees, you can use the twigs off dead branches, of dead trees.
Yep.
Just remember, just give them a bit of strength. Just paint them with a bit of like PVA wood glue,
Right.
and it'll give them strength.
Yep.
So once you get your rough twist, you can leave these bits long. I'll be leaving them long.
Yes.
I might trim this one off though, but the rest I'll leave long.
Yep.
So usually I'll do a bit more twisting, but for you guys, you get the drift.
Yeah.
Now you get.
How awesome do they look as a little tree made out of a bit of wire? It's incredible.
You've got that there. Now you can either. The reason I use the green florist wires for this next step. Because we then paint it. You can use kids' acrylic art paint, things like that. I forgot about the ripple. You can use kids' acrylic art paint.
Right.
You can use hobby paint. Hey, if you can get stuff cheap from hobby shops, craft shops, go for it, because a lot of the hobby stuff's the same stuff. So the roots the same thing. You just pull the roots out how you want. If you want roots, and I said if you want to, then you're going to put it through foam onto your layout. You just make a spike in some of them, so you got something you can dig into your layout. And so otherwise you got the.
Yeah, how awesome does that look? That's incredible.
Now the stuff that I use instead of paint, because this is flexible, the kids' acrylic art paint don't become brittle when you're moving it around.
Right.
I use that stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's from Bunnings.
Yeah.
Now,
Monica Gap filler.
You can get it coloured. This is a coloured one. This is a cream.
Right.
You get browns. You used to get a light brown. You can't get that anymore. You get creams. You get clears. You get whites. If you can't get the colour you want, just get the cream or the white and just put the art paint through it.
Oh,
a little bit of art paint.
Yeah.
You'll have to experiment.
That's a good idea.
You'll have to experiment how much paint to put in. Now it does come with the gun, so I won't be doing this today because I don't have my gun. It does come with the gun.
Yeah.
And you just. I'd squeeze it into a container, and then this will last for quite a while, but I squeeze it into a container and then have water handy.
Right.
Because then you get your paintbrush and you then just start painting with that stuff. You may have to water it down a little bit. If it's too thick, you just water it down, and then you just get your finger if you want and just smooth it over.
Sure.
So once we're done...
Could you add a little bit of detergent with the water as well, just to help break that down a little bit further, can you?
You could, yeah.
Yep.
I don't, because water does the same thing. It's water soluble.
Does it? Right.
Yeah. So it's water soluble. And that means, if I grab this tree here, you then got the flexibility.
Oh, okay,
You can then move the branches around to suit.
Wherever you desire,
And this tree here is about 15 years old, so it gets a bit of a punishment.
Yep.
Because it's one the kids hold, so you can see it's holding up all right.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. And I love the little different colours, the shades of green without the tree as well, just to give it that realistic look, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know,
now the thing with, if you use this green stuff, if you miss when you're painting it, miss a spot, it blends in, because trees have green bits on their barks and things like that, so it doesn't stand out as much as if you use grass white.
Right.
So once I do that, what you do, next step is up to you.
Yeah.
But what I do is I use a polyfiber, which I did have bags of it here somewhere.
Right.
I use a polyfiber first.
Right.
I had another bag out. I use that stuff there.
Oh,
It's
okay.
polyfibre.
Yep.
You can use the stuff from, you use on pillows and like and craft shops,
Oh,
that
yeah,
stuff
yep.
there. But you spray paint it. But when amount of mucking around you go doing that.
So you can probably find them in the dollar and the cheap shops and all that type of stuff.
So if I was doing a big layout, I'd use that as a big horse cover, then spray paint it. But for the smaller modules, I do small T-track. This stuff's good. It's cheap.
Yep.
That bag there was, I think it was $8.30.
Oh, look at that. It's
So what's
very
that used
expensive
for
stuff.
again?
This is to help with the foliage. You
Ah,
can
okay.
you can put this stuff here. This is the clumping foam. You can put the clumping foam straight on it, but
That'll be more expensive.
what happens is you put it on there and you go, oh, my tree's ready, and you move your tree and everything goes, so it gets a bit frustrating.
Yeah.
This stuff here, what you do with this stuff here, after I've painted it all up, you get this polyfibre, and it's just coloured, already pre-coloured.
Right.
I get my tree, if I can grab my tree, and then I just stick it on.
Wow.
And that adds then something for this other stuff to clump on. If you're doing Australian, you've got a gum
Look at
tree.
that. Yeah. How great's that?
If you want something more European,
Yep.
you then can glue your clumping on,
Yep.
and that actually gives something for the glue to
bond to. Yep.
to.
Yep.
The other thing you can do is I'm going to put a little bit more polyfibre on. And this is what I've done on this one here, is polyfibre. I usually use a container, but not at this show. I don't have the container with me.
Right.
But I'll
Timber. We lost the tree.
yes, the tree. Yep. I'll use this stuff here that I've got from a place near us called Matchbox, I think they're called. They're a shop here in Brisbane. So what I'm going to do.
I bought that one yesterday.
Yeah.
The very one.
So guys, this is Sereno coarse grain pollen, and we're actually going to go over to the shop very shortly, and we'll pick up a tub.
It's different colours. Colours. It's really good stuff.
So you can get like yellow flowers, red
Yellow,
flowers,
whites,
yep.
pinks,
All the
jacaranda
different types.
purples.
Yep.
There's a little module I've got over there that's got it on.
Okay. Yep.
So
Yep.
I use, if you're using spray glue, I don't know if this stuff is, I haven't used this stuff before. If you're using spray glue, wear gloves and have it spray it in an area that you don't mind the glue getting onto.
Right.
Because it's hard to get off.
Right,
Really,
I see.
it's worse than super glue.
Is it? Gee.
So you spray that over like that. I usually have this polyfibre glued on. So you spray it on. This is woodland seeding tic-tacky stuff.
Yep. Spray tack.
I
Yep.
haven't used that stuff before, so this is experiment for me. Now, like so
Could you also use like hairspray and stuff like
you
that?
can use hairspray. I haven't used it.
Right.
I have not modern. So this stuff here, I'd have it in a container, and I'd actually tip the tree upside down and put it in the container. But I'm just
Yep.
sprinkling it on today.
Yep. So that way, anything that doesn't stick, you can reuse all of
Reuse
that.
it. Yeah. So this is a rough tree. Usually, I do a bit more time on it, but you can start seeing the effect now. A tree with red blossoms.
Yep. Yep.
Shake it off.
And how well does that look? Hey,
if you
that's awesome.
Now, don't forget to do the underneath of your tree.
Yep.
So you'd spray there, and you do underneath
And
the
just
tree as
do
well.
underneath it as well. Yeah.
So you can see there, that was how simple it is.
Yeah. No, it's fantastic. Yeah.
There is more complicated ways. Not for me. I like doing things simple, sweet.
Yes. Yep.
But that's tree for me.
Yeah. No, they look absolutely fantastic.
Now, if
Marion, and-
you're doing a big layout,
Yep.
I'm a T-tracker, so our modules are small.
Yep.
If you're doing a big layout, I would have maybe 2 rows of these trees along the front.
Oh, okay.
And
Yes.
then at the back have just dowling.
Right.
Use that other this polyfibre
Use
here.
the polyfibre,
Use that
yep.
polyfibre there.
Right.
Just tease it out over it, put like newspaper in underneath the mountain in that ground, maybe a stick here or 2 sticking out of it.
Right.
Put that over, then spray paint the whole lot.
Oh, okay.
So the
yep.
trees at the front will look like you've got trees on your layout, but then the back it just looks like foliage, like going up to warm. You see the big,
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
tree
Yeah.
canopies.
Yep. Yep.
And so you wouldn't do 100 trees if you're doing a big mountain.
Yeah.
You do them along the front to make them look pretty. Then you do a con jobs through the middle to the back. But you
the
have
back, yeah.
every now and then a bigger tree popping up out of the canopy,
Yep.
and it works.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
No, that sounds really, really good. Yeah, I'm looking
Wow.
forward to starting the layout at home, and
That's
I've done all
incredible.
the track work and laid the ballast and all like that, and now's the time for the scenery, and get this wonderful information from Mary and others here around the Bundaberg Model Train Show. It's just absolutely phenomenal to learn the experiences and that from these people hands-on. So guys, the next one that you see, jump into the Model Train and Hobby Expos and come down and talk to these people, and they'll show their wonderful experiences behind the scenes on how to create your dioramas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So thank you very much,
That's
Marion,
okay,
for
mate.
your time.
It's been fun.
And it's been absolutely a blast. And yeah, I can't wait to get started.
Well, that's the thing, is it's the hardest bit is deciding what you want to do. That's why I like the mini modules. It's the hardest part is deciding what you want to do, then doing it.
Right. And you said you're actually doing T-scale, are you?
This is what we call T-track.
T-track, right.
Tabletop railway.
Right.
It's a modular system.
Yeah.
It's designed that these are 30 by 30 centimetres, most of these modules. Then you've got singles, doubles. Means you can do what you want on your little modules.
Right.
It's a worldwide thing where people will bring all their modules together, and the big hall here will be just full of T-track modules.
Wow.
The smaller module, these ones are the Kato mini modules. They're over there.
Yeah.
And that's a similar thing. There now people are putting them together as a layout.
As a layout, wow.
So this big layout we've got beside me, like Ellen Thorpe here,
Yes.
is actually, which you guys can't see, but beside me is a big
I'll grab the camera.
T-track
Yep.
layout. So those three modules there, for example, are mine.
Right.
And they're designed to be three together, but they're not meant to be with this one here.
Oh, okay.
So this is another separate diorama. The farmstead, those two farms over there, they're separate dioramas, but they're just all joined up together to make a big layout.
Wow.
So I've got a lot of ideas, so I'm able to do smaller dioramas.
Small one. So how long have you been doing this for, Marion, if you don't mind me asking?
Since about 1990.
1990, wow.
But I actually started off originally with Clockwork O,
Right.
and then I met who's now my husband, and I started doing the end scale.
Started on the end scale,
Yeah.
wow, yeah.
And now it's a family affair. My son's over there.
Oh, okay,
He's been doing since day one.
Right.
So yeah, it's been around. I love doing it.
No, it's great, yeah. Well, thank you very much,
Yep,
Marion,
thank you.
for all your wonderful expert advice, and we can't wait to start at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just slayed some. This is the Kato ballast. It's better for the Kato stuff.
That's it.
But any ballast does the same thing.
Two things you've got to remember. I lived up here for 2 years.
And you wouldn't believe it, guys. We got Phil from Phil's Camping Reviews here. Okay, Phil, how you going, mate?
How you going?
What do you reckon of the Model Train Show, mate?
It's amazing.
Yeah, isn't it fantastic?
First one I've been to.
Yeah.
Enjoying it. It's great.
Isn't it great?
This is the second day and we still haven't seen everything. eh?
No, that's right.
Like the mill,
So,
the mill shop works on rapidly. If you're not with somebody's granddad or somebody wasn't with granddad, you can't get a job there. And the other ones are all private individuals, and they become their own business.
Rightio, we're here at the Lindvale Pavilion, and let's have a look at their layout. They're running HO. All the wonderful buildings. Train coming past. Check out the little merry-go-round, guys. The tram. Little cane train going past. And they've got a bit of stuff where you got to find Wally. So there's 10 Wallies and they're in the red and white striped shirts. So if you're going to have a look into the video, guys, see if you can spot Wally. There's just so much to see. Check this out, guys. They've got a cricket ground. Right? This could be the MCG, or the Wacker, or the Gabba. Right? A beautiful big bridge and that at the back. We've got Timmy's and Grandad's model railway. Right. Rightio guys, we're here at the train expo and we're in the little store here called Aurora Trains. George is from Brisbane in Yeerongpilly there, and he's got some fantastic things for sale. DCC locomotives and normal DC carriages and track and all different types of scenery and that type of stuff. So there's some trees and all like that, and he's got all the Thomas the Tank little engines and you know, you name it. Like here's Gordon here from Thomas the Tank. He's got the Metcalf cards where you can actually cut it and build all your different buildings and all like that. He also sells the Pico gear as well. Here's all your Pico track, your flexies and all like that. He sells a lot of the wooden and scenic plaster stuff as well, and all your different ballast and glues and all like that type of stuff. So I'll leave a description down below. Get in contact with George from Aurora Trains, and yeah, he's got a fantastic website too. I'll leave a link in the description as well, where you can jump on his website and have a look. But he's got some amazing things. He's got a lot of Decision gear, which is from Australia and stuff. And yeah, I just recently bought the NC Power Cab too, guys. So that's a really, really good model there as a basics kit. And yeah, it's also doing N-scale as well. So if you guys are into N-scale, I might just jump over to George and he can tell us a little bit more about his store. G'day, George. How you going, mate?
I'm doing very well.
That's good, mate. I'll give you that so that way you can speak. Tell us a bit more about...
A lovely little fluffy thing.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit more about the store, mate.
We're located in Yeerongpilly in Brisbane.
Right.
We're the only full-time model train store in Queensland.
Oh, okay. Right.
We stock European, British,
Right.
Australian, American models.
Right.
We've even got models from Japan and China.
Right.
All over. So various different scales ranging through from Z all the way through to G. But the most popular, of course, is HO and double O.
Yep.
Do the HON 3.5 for Queensland modelers as well. And what we've got here in Bundy today is really only just a fraction of what we've got in the store. Yeah. Good. Have you taken a walk around the whole show?
I have, mate. Yeah, so I've taken a lot of video and that of different pieces of dioramas and that out there, and showing everybody the wonderful creations people have made.
That's a lovely way to promote the hobby, mate.
Yeah. So thanks, George, for everything.
No worries.
Yeah, we'll catch up soon.
I'm sure.
Yeah?
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, we're here at the British Railway of Modelers of Australia, and have a look at their dioramas, guys. It's absolutely phenomenal. They got the dairies, United Dairies there, Milk for London. All the tankers there full of dairy. Little steam locomotives as well. If you have a look really close, guys, you can actually see the little people working there at the dairy farm. Yeah, isn't it incredible the different dioramas that you see? And got it like a express parcel train. Yeah, fantastic. Here we are at Wallaville, and their exhibit is absolutely beautiful. We've got the Karren Creek Bridge, which is just over here. Little cane train at the moment running. We've got the Karren Bridge. Little crane truck just down on the road there. But have a look at their dioramas. I love their backdrops as well. It really gives it that 3D look, doesn't it? You know, when you have a look at all the buildings and stuff and the layouts, and it just feels like a whole different new world. We're at the Wallaville Historic and Description Park. Little cane train coming around again. Yeah. It's got the harvesters and all like that up in the back there. All the little cars and stuff like that. Okay. It's got the old FJ40 Land Cruiser. Yeah, here we are at the beautiful little buildings, guys. These are all 3D printed. And just have a look at that. Doesn't it look like the real thing? So all of these buildings are all 3D printed by these people. And they're going around Bundaberg, replicating all the little buildings here in Bundy. Okay. So there's the Grand Hotel. And they've also got a little train station here, a little house at the back.